Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar, on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It's your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my co-host, Ms. Morningstar from Our Plugs Community Connection. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. I love a good weekend preview. So today we have a lot on the agenda. So I want you guys to come on in. I hope you've already had your breakfast or you're in the midst of making your breakfast. You've drank your water. You did your meditation. Now it's time to get into some news you can use and laugh a little. So, happy Thursday. And before we get started on the actual show, we must have our positive affirmations. And we get those affirmations from our beautiful sister, Mrs. Morningstar. Good morning, Miss Morningstar.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve. Y'all know I like to say that. Happy to be here. Happy everybody is here to join us. And you know what we gonna start this lovely day out with, as always, some beautiful affirmations. So I thought about this affirmation. I thought about being adaptable, to situations. In my Black job, I am a leader. And I like to huddle with my teams once a week at least, and we discuss about being approachable, being adjustable, being flexible to change, because right now it's a lot of change happening within the federal government. So you got to kind of learn how to adjust in the air like eagles. And, I use different metaphors. So this time I wanted to talk about being adaptable to the crowd, meaning having the ability to adjust your actions, your approach to situations. It's a skill that you got to learn.
Yes.
And it allows you to navigate through certain uncertainties. So we're going to talk about it in the affirmation aspect so you can kind of encourage yourself to be a little bit more adaptable. Number one, embrace change and adapt effortlessly to new situations. Be flexible and open-minded, ready to navigate any challenges. 3, be bounce back from setbacks with strength and determination.
Absolutely.
Be resilient in your superpower and overcome obstacles at ease.
Yes.
Find opportunities in every change that comes your way. Be a problem solver, capable in handling any business curveballs.
Exactly.
Adaptability empowers you to thrive in dynamic business worlds. Stay focused on your goal regardless of external circumstances. Turn challenges into stepping stones for growth and success. And number 10, have an unwavering faith in your ability to adapt and succeed.
I can dig it. I can dig all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
For sharing that,
You're welcome.
I'm sure others have picked up some nuggets and can appreciate and enjoy it just as I have. So thank you very much.
Absolutely, y'all.
Yeah.
We are in control of our own destiny.
You better say that. No one else is in control but you, honey.
Absolutely.
And of course God, but you know,
Oh
he
yeah.
said, he said,
Always keep God in your life and
he
first.
said faith
Keep
without
that
works is dead.
spirit.
So faith without works
It's dead.
is dead. Okay. So
Absolutely.
let's go ahead and hop
Son of
into
mine.
the weather.
Okay.
So Holly Springs, we have a high of 88, a low of 71 today. It's going to be sunny, and some mixed clouds. Scattered thunderstorms in the evening, just a few. Humidity is going to be at 71% in the morning, and in the evenings, 92%. Winds are out of the south southwest at 7 miles per hour. Your grass pollen is very high, air quality is moderate. Memphis, Tennessee, you have a high of 88, a low of 73 with partly cloudy skies, some evening showers as well. Humidity is at 70% in the morning and 87% in the evening. Winds are out of the south southwest at 7 miles per hour. Grass pollen again is high, and your air quality is moderate. Hot Houston, of course, you're in the 90s. 91 degrees is your high. Your low is 78 degrees. Partly cloudy, occasional showers. Humidity is at 68% in the morning and 81% in the evenings. Winds are out of the southeast at 15 miles per hour, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Grass pollen, of course, is high, and your air quality is good. So that's your weather. I know that every day I do the weather, we never know what we're going to actually get. We're doing a prediction. This is, there's no meteorologist who's ever always been right. So these are predictions, and
And
consider.
and let's keep it real. The meteorologists are predicting too because we don't know what God got in store for us. We just roll with it, okay? So, you know, we have to. She must have got a call. We just go with how the wind blows. In so many words, we hope for great weather. You know, the ups and downs of weather. Because I don't know about y'all, but in Texas, this weather is quite bipolar. One minute you can have it sweltering hot, the next minute it could be very chilly. So Kitty will be right back. Her usually sometimes she'll get a phone call in the middle of our live and it'll or kick her out. See, she's back.
I am back, and it drives me crazy simply because, I got to take everybody out of my favorites because
Yeah,
I have it set up so that no one can actually call me. I go on Do Not Disturb, but
it's
others
okay.
feel like they are important and they're going to call anyway. So I'm
Well, you
going to
know.
remove everybody from my favorites to
I'm
avoid
fighting the
that from
sun.
happening.
I'm fighting the sun in my house, as y'all
Woo!
can see. Those on the radio can't see me, but I fight the sun in the
Every day,
every
every
day.
day,
It just
because it's this time of
it's
day is right
attracted to
there.
the melanin. I'm trying to tell you,
You
but
better say
I
that.
ain't gonna I ain't gonna I ain't gonna go there with y'all because you don't want nobody feeling hurt, because I got that melanin. But
Feelings can. I don't know why feelings would be hurt, but
well,
it's
the one
either.
everybody who got it, we know. So
Yeah, it's the blessed. So I did get through the weather, and I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by my phone that we don't know what to predict nowadays. Unfortunately, our government has decided to strip us from NOAA and those who actually work to protect the United States citizens. That being said, we have someone special today that we will jump right into it because hurricane season has started and we are going to be proactive versus reactive. But before we get to that, let's hop into news you can use, current events, breaking news, all the things,
buffoonery.
yes, that happen on a daily. Who's going first? Is it me? Let me start with some good news, okay?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I love Heart and Soul magazine. Their site is so informative. So I have been reading, and once again, I am going to give a shout out to my brothers, the fathers, the dads, you know, If you're a dad, you're a father, stepfather, uncle, if you are assisting in raising a young mind, and you are, because it does take a village, and you are part of the solution of this child growing up and being a successful part of society, then I tip my hat to you.
Mm-hmm.
So this one father, his name is Mario Reyes. He's an Afro-Latina father. He's featured on Heart and Soul magazine on their site. It's heartandsoul.com. So anywho, he's a storyteller, he's a protector, and a man who wears his heart on his sleeve. I'm not gonna give you the story. I'm not gonna give it away. I said I I propose that you go to Heart and Soul magazine and you read up on Mario Reyes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, my thing is I want you to go and read the stories. I want
Okay.
you to go and read and interpret it for yourselves and understand that we have some amazing dads out there. We have amazing fathers, uncles, we have some amazing men. Now, yes, there are some men out here that should have had belt to behind and need some mental help, but that's across the
That's
board.
far in between.
Yes, I want to focus on those fathers who have stood up, stepped up, and stayed in the fight of raising a young mind.
Wonderful.
So go and check it out for yourselves. What do you have, sis?
Okay, so and happy early Father's Day. I'm gonna say
Yes,
it every day. Happy early
happy
Father's
early
Day. It's
fathers.
Father's Day every day. It's every day, especially if you're a dad. It's Father's Day every day. But so let's see here. Let's see. So one article that I did come across is your boy Frumpy Frump. He did clap back. He clapped back
Did
at
he clap back?
he clapped back at Elonia. He did it, of course, through his live social network, aka Truth Social. It's really Truth Social, y'all, but it's live social because that's where he get to tell all his, his
Lies.
lies. But so I'm gonna read it to you guys what he said. It was a minute clapback, but he definitely wanted to try to hit him a little hard. So he says, when Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidize he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican. I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it.
Wow.
This
Girl,
is a
girl.
80-year-old man, y'all. This is an 80-year-old man.
The girls are fighting and I love it.
Absolutely love it. But this is an
Absolutely.
80-year-old man. I say this, bring it on, y'all. Just bring more and
Tell
more.
it
I'm
all.
waiting to the next Elon clap back.
Yes, I want Elon to tell it all. Tell it all.
Expose. Expose
Yes,
it, Elon.
expose it all. We want to know.
Go
Inquiring
ahead.
minds
We're gonna watch. We promise you, we're gonna be here watching.
and laughing.
We're gonna be here watching.
I mean, it's just a
That's
matter
right.
of
Their
time
Babylon is falling.
because everything is going the way it should go. I guess we had to go through this. America had to go through this so the nation could see that we are dealing with lawless people who don't care about anybody.
Criminals, Decepticons. I call them that
Decepticons,
all the time.
and they
Demons, y'all.
only care about themselves. What
That's
about this
it.
mega database?
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
All of our data, from our bank accounts to student debt accumulation to employment status to our medical records. Now, of course, they're being sued by privacy advocates, but it's a violation of HIPAA. It's a violation of our banking institutions. You So what happened is in March, Trump signed an executive order. And in that executive order, he passed whatever executive order to connect all federal agencies. Well, he took it one step further and he gave that data to Peter Thiel and his company. It's called Plantier, Plan of something.
Spell it.
Plantir.
Planetary.
Plantier, whatever.
Here.
It's
Okay.
called
Y'all look that up. Write that
some
down, y'all.
BS. That's what it's called. Well, now they have our personal data. So here's my thought process. Okay, y'all stay with me. I'm gonna be real quick. He did all this. He's dismantling everything. He's taking the money from everywhere. And then what happens is those agencies go and they sue, some group goes and sues to block it. But it's too late. He's already done the damage. He's already fired the people. He's already taken over the buildings. Look at the building that they went back and it's got rats and roaches and water damage, and they found narcotics in the building that Doge hung out in. Okay? They take everything. They're gutting everything, snatching the money. They go before the courts. The courts will say, no, this isn't how you do it. It's the lower courts, then it goes to the federal courts, and then it goes to the Supreme Court. And it's up to the Supreme Court, which has a 6-3 MAGA majority to decide. And they've been deciding it's a mixed bag with these folks. Anywho, all of this is happening to keep us distracted while they're taking our money, yes. But what's more important than money? Your data, your information. They were always after our money, but they're also after our personal information so they can sell it. I said what I said. This is my thought process and my opinions only, not the reflection of WKRA, but just think about it. What's more important? And here's in my mind, there's nothing more important nowadays than your privacy.
Right.
And your bank accounts, your credit score, your information. What happened to big government staying out of people's business?
I thought they wanted smaller government.
I thought, I guess it doesn't apply when it's frumpy. Not to mention, let me tell you how much they paid Peter Thiel. So far, $113 million since January 21st, and they just got awarded $795 million. For what? To steal our information? We're paying somebody to steal our information and put our information on the black market. We're paying to get decimated.
Get doxxed. That's wild. That is wild. While he doing that, see, and like you said, to me, it's always it's a rhyme to the reason. Like, it's always a distraction. There's so many different distractions and happening at one time. We gotta all stay diligent and follow the money. Follow the money.
Where is the money,
where's the money? Follow that money trail, because it always wind up leading back to something about money. But while we've been watching him and Elonia have their little breakup, because it's a love quarrel, Trump administration brings the second group of white South Africans refugees to the United States.
Didn't one of them unalive his wife last week?
I don't know. I haven't read that part yet. But
I have. I have.
Second group, y'all. So a second group of white South African refugees arrived recently at the U.S. Under a special resettlement program by the Trump administration. So these are immigrants. They get a special program, white South Africans. Make sure we put that emphasis on that they're white.
Yeah.
Because they are
going to let black South Africans in
he
here.
feels are facing racial persecution in South Africa.
And hardships. If they don't stop it.
So they landed in Atlanta Why Atlanta?
Girl, no, they didn't send
On
them
a
people.
commercial. They better hurry up and get out.
That's
Don't
good.
they know
I'm
that's the
glad.
Black Wakanda?
Yay.
What?
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first group went to Virginia, which is appropriate. But yeah, landed here in well, not here, but landed in Atlanta. It says the US government says the white Africans are targeted to violence, crime linked to their black led government.
If they don't stop it, I mean, at this point, stop it.
The drama, y'all. The want to be persecuted, want to feel the persecutors wanting to be persecuted, wanting to feel that they
They
are
want it so
being
bad.
in chains and they're being oppressed, and it's just sickening to hear it come out of their mouths, because I've literally heard some say that.
Yes. They've
And
been
it's
so oppressed.
sick. It is sick.
Look, in Naambi, I know I'm saying that wrong. Naambia,
Naambia,
Naambia, Nambia,
Nambia.
Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting out US, or I'm sorry, not US. They're putting out white people. They were Germans that came over and colonized their country. They're putting them out as well. Tit for tat.
Mm.
Uh, we have a commercial that we need
Yeah.
to say.
Okay.
Uh, and that president, that's a female president. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs, customize that cutting board, get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
Opa May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opa May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. I just have one more story that I wanted to cover.
Okay. And then I have one more that we can bring up. Nutty.
Okay, so Linda McMahon, come to the front of the room, girl. I mean, how can you be over the Department of Education and you're not educated? Now, I said what I said. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. How? First of all, one of the Republican senators tried to throw you a softball. I guess he should have gave you the answers to the question first, because he asked you in 1979, and the way he asked he was definitely a child that was left behind, because the word structure was horrible. But anyway, I digress. But he asked, you know, Miss McMahon, in 1979, this is how he should have asked, how did the US rank globally? She said we were the worst. We were at the bottom of the barrel. And he looked at her and said we were number one. That's number one. Number two, another senator, another, I don't believe she's a senator, but the young lady, she asked a question as well. She asked, did African American studies fall under DEI? First, she asked, should we teach African American studies? And she says, yes, we should teach it, but people shouldn't have. How did she put it? People should hear all sides and find the total history. She says, well, it's only taught for 1 year, so we can't include everyone's history. If we're talking about African American history, then we would just talk about African American history. And she agreed with that. She says, okay, so you agree. So African American history doesn't fall under DEI. It's just, yes, you're right. And she was like, oh, okay. I'm quite sure she'll backtrack that once Frumpy finds out. That's what she said. She's in trouble right now. She's on the phone right now with the man and trying to explain what happened right now. Anywho, just all of that just for them to come back. And then the young lady asked her, did she know about the Tulsa Race Massacre? She said, I'm going to have to read up on it. You've been over the Department of Education for 6 months and you don't know. Even before you got given this seat, DEI hire.
I'm gonna read on it. I'm gonna read up on that one.
You didn't know about the Tulsa Race.
Okay.
And then the young lady asked, has she read the book Through My Eyes by Ruby Bridges? And she said no. She doesn't even know.
Who is Ruby?
Who's Ruby? She don't even know who Ruby is. This is who's over the department.
Enough said.
Yeah, that is why the Judge Mayan Juan on May 22nd ruled that they needed to reinstate those 1,300 employees that they fired, and the federal appeals court agreed because you have to go to Congress and get that approved. You can't just walk in and say you're fired. This is not The Apprentice, Donald. Anywho, let me calm down. My blood pressure's going up. Anywho, needless to say, the House Education Workforce Committee showed us that Linda McMahon is very unqualified, and she's definitely didn't deserve it.
Delayed. She's delayed. She's very delayed.
I'm sick of them. Taco wins.
Taco, yes.
Yes.
Tacos for
Tacos for everyone.
And everybody. Wow.
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna do this last story. This is a trigger for everybody. It's gonna probably tick you off because I'm ready to catch a flight off of this one. But so this is Oakland, California, Monterey Elementary School. Okay. The title of this article is, "What the hell is this? Outrage California parents call out elementary school for including 1940 article containing in babies in yearbook. And the principal offered to put a sticker over the N-word." Y'all know what the N-word is. I'm not going to say it. So a newspaper clipping from a 1940s article that contained racist language referred to Black children was published in a California elementary school yearbook, sparking outrage as it should. One portion of the book contained a local newspaper article from past years of school events. The report from October 1940 was featured in the school's annual carnival that year, and the activities that the children could participate in. The Boy and Girl Scouts would be in charge of booths in many attractions such as in babies, darts, fish pod, airplane games, and fortune tellers. So this Jim Crow museum, a game known as African Dodger, was also called Hit the N Baby. And how they showed a picture of a booth where they would have, I'm blown away. They would have a Black child stick their head out of the little hole and give the other white children the opportunity to throw eggs at them. And it was called, so Black child or adult would stick their head through a curtain or a large poster cutout, while participants would throw eggs and baseballs at them. Parents obviously were furious. This is Oakland, okay? Oakland were furious, upset. And the principal said, I put a sticker over that name. Who put this up here? Brenda Mitchell. Well, no, it wasn't Brenda Mitchell. The Montclair student council, person over student council, took blame and said, in my excitement, I made a critical error for only reading the first paragraph before including it. I'll call Cap.
I called for somebody's job.
I call Cap.
I called for somebody to step
You
down.
made a mistake. It's a picture. It's a picture of kid.
She didn't see
and
the
has
picture.
the word in it.
She didn't see the picture either, huh?
In my excitement, this is her excuse. I also failed to read the full article and catch the slur. It was right at the top, man.
So
she stepped down. PTA historian says she's stepping down from her position, and you need to be hit with some type of charges, harassment. I mean, something. I mean, that is awful. And them babies' yearbook.
No. Why is it that nothing that they do surprises me?
Take over for 1 second, Kitty.
I will. Nothing that they do surprises me. Nothing. You know, now parents have to sit and speak with their children and explain to their kids why this happened. And their solution is we'll put a sticker over it. The principal needs to step down. Whoever printed it needs to. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I say it all the time, and maybe I wish other people saw it the way. And only I mean I'm a little bit of Malcolm and a little bit of Martin. Yeah, we should all get along, but we should have stayed separate, because if we stayed separate, we wouldn't deal with this. We could have stayed separate and created our own, and even created things to keep us safe, you know, just like the U.S. military. We need to break free of this, because these people aren't even human. They are insane, and they're cruel, and it's crazy. Our children have to deal with this, because these people only thrive in hate.
That's
and
it.
They don't even want to do the work.
I am flabbergasted by that, and I don't want to, because I'm gonna get mad, but that was awful.
I wish I would open up my yearbook that I paid $25.
The Lord knew not to ever put me in no situation
grandsons
like
and my children's yearbook, and I saw some baby. Thank you, Lord, for protecting me.
The Lord knew,
because I can't go to prison.
Let's bring Nutty up.
Folks snap, crash out.
I'm gonna bring Nutty up.
Go ahead and bring up Nutty so I can calm down, please.
Because I'm through with that. Hey,
Nutty.
Good morning, Nutty.
Hello, how's everybody?
Doing just fine.
How you doing today, brother?
Heard that
Doing
story.
Great.
Yeah, that's good. Good to hear. We're happy to have you here. So this morning we are blessed to have an expert in the field of, what is it? I guess it would say preparedness against, the elements. I don't know if you're allowed to mention where you were working. You should. I don't know.
I'm free to do whatever I want. I don't work for nobody.
All right. So we have Nutty Professor.
No, that's right.
Nutty Professor. He is a TikTok creator. He's a TikTok guru over in our other world, but he is a former FEMA employee. So his name is, I don't know if he wants to give his government name, but we call him Nutty Professor. Welcome, Nutty.
Thank you so much. How you ladies doing?
Doing just fine. So it is hurricane season. We're in Texas.
It is hurricane season.
Although our president didn't know it was such a thing. Remember?
Are you surprised?
And then he said, "Oh, I'm just playing." No,
he wasn't. He was not playing. He was telling the God's honest truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, Nutty. I know that you're no longer with FEMA, but it is hurricane season, June 1st, and we want to prepare our listeners. All of us are in the South down here, and we need to, know what steps to take in order to be prepared for what's coming because, of course, it's coming. It's only fitting. So, what do you have to? What can you tell us? What are some key elements that we need to take care of?
So, first of all, thank you, ladies, for having me. I think this conversation is important because even though the government doesn't seem to care about its people, we still have a responsibility to keep people safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, we we heard about uh, FEMA, which stands for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. If I may, I want to talk a little bit about FEMA and
Absolutely.
the role of FEMA because apparently people don't understand what FEMA is all about. FEMA was created in April of 1979 under former President Jimmy Carter. President Carter saw a need, even though we've had some sort of emergency response in the United States since the mid 1800s. President Carter saw a need for a federal emergency database. So, what FEMA's role is assisting in emergencies. Notice I said assisting in emergencies, not to take over from state and local governments. FEMA actually comes in and assists those states and those local governments in those emergencies. Um, the whole purpose is to provide federal assistance to supplement state and local emergency services when needed. In a nutshell, that's what FEMA is. Um, so, what we do is disaster preparedness and response. So, the agency helps people before, during, and after disasters, ensuring unified structure for federal disaster assistance. So, that's a mouthful. And what that means is that when FEMA comes in, we're coming in to assist at the request of a governor. FEMA
Okay.
never steps in until the governor requests the White House on a declaration for emergency help.
Okay.
The Once the declaration is put to the White House, it is up to the executive branch to say yes or no to FEMA help. So that solely lies with the executive branch. Okay. So the reason why this is so important is because once the executive says yes, that opens up funding for the recovery efforts that comes from the general fund of the Department of Homeland Security's budget. So FEMA falls under the Department of Homeland Security as of early 2001 during 9/11. That's when former President Bush put FEMA under the auspices of the Department of Homeland Security. Okay,
Okay.
we have a workforce. I keep saying we because it's been ingrained because I worked for FEMA for so long of over 20,000 employees. I want people to understand that this is not a fly by night organization. The organization is there to help U.S. citizens. One thing I would like to point out before I get into hurricane preparedness.
Sure. Go ahead.
Last year, during the Biden administration, and I'm gonna get a little petty. I'm gonna get a little petty because, that's what I do best is petty. When President Biden was in the White House, we had the hurricanes that ripped through North Carolina,
Hmm.
Florida, uh, hit parts of Texas. It went all the way up into Appalachia, into eastern Tennessee.
Hmm.
First time in history, a hurricane reached the mountains. There is devastation all over.
Hmm.
We had a presidential candidate, Donald Trump, speaking all the disparaging remarks about FEMA,
Hmm.
putting our lives in danger, putting our lives in danger where it got to the point where The Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas at the time, he told us to stand down, meaning we were to get to our hotel rooms and we were to stay locked in our hotel rooms until further notice because there are people out in North Carolina actually hunting us like we're animals because
What?
of because of the lies that Donald Trump told. You all are on TikTok. You heard every single MAGA demon over on TikTok criticizing President Biden, saying he's only giving the American people $750 and giving illegal immigrants all of this money. You all heard that argument,
Yes,
correct?
we did.
Because I'm just not living
You
in a
heard it.
quagmire.
We heard it. Yes.
So as of right now, we have declarations in 4 states. We have two declarations in Missouri. We have three declarations in Arkansas. We have a declaration in Tennessee for flooding. As you know, tornadoes went through St. Louis, Kentucky. We have it in Kentucky where over 26 lives were lost.
Yep. A couple
I,
weeks ago
I
today.
that is correct. Notice I said we have declarations. What declarations are, and I want to make myself very clear. Declarations is when a governor declares a state of emergency, and that emergent state of emergency is then passed on to the White House, and the executive says yes or no to to deploying FEMA. And guess what this executive said?
No.
We know what he
He said
said. No.
no.
He said no.
And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I want to revert your memory back to the 750 that we kept hearing that Joe Biden was only given 750. Well, you know what people are getting today?
Nothing.
Not a dime.
They're not getting anything. So which is better, 750 or zero?
Yeah. Magga, I know
So,
it's hard at math, but 750
but
is
I,
better than zero. Miss Morningstar,
but
I'm getting feedback on your end.
I want to point out though, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. That 750 that was coming from the Biden Harris administration, that is for needs right now, in the moment. Meaning that is not an end all be all as to what people could get from FEMA. That 750 was to go if someone needed a hotel room, someone needed food, clothing, baby needs formula, diapers. It's for needs immediately. That was for immediate need. It was not an end all be all that FEMA was giving folks. I just want to make that clear because that is the narrative that was out there. And despite what everyone has to say, it did not go to people who were undocumented. And quite frankly, because I'm a humane person, I mean, I don't care if my tax-paying dollars
I don't either.
goes to save a life.
Yeah,
Notice I didn't say a U.S. citizen.
exactly.
I said a life,
And that's
a
the hardest
life.
part. That's the hardest part, Nutty, because it feels like people only they forget about humanity. And they're like,
That's
oh,
correct.
if they're a US citizen, who cares? They're a person, a human. But I digress. We can't. There's a reason why I don't talk to MAGA. I just don't. I just can't. I don't have the
So,
wherewithal any longer, Nutty. But thank you
yes.
for
So
explaining that.
now let me get into why you asked me to come. So we are in hurricane season. Hurricane season began on June the 1st. It's going to last all the way until the end of November. Hurricane season, it's a long season. So in order to prepare for hurricane season, you need to create a plan, especially if you're in places that you're used to seeing hurricane. You need to have a plan. You need to have an emergency exit. I guess the most critical thing that I can tell folks, I'm sorry, I have to get back on the soapbox. If your local government tells you to evacuate, get out.
Yes.
And
Evacuate.
this is what angers me. And yes, because I'm one of those Elon victims, fired federal employees. I'm just gonna tell the truth and shame the devil because the government they can't control my speech right now. It is not fair to those of us who are first responders to have to come save yo behind after you were warned to get out and you want to stay in your home to protect property. Everything that you have can be replaced except your life.
Some people
So
don't get that.
if now, and I realize,
Say that,
listen,
Nelly.
I realize everyone doesn't have the means to get out. I'm talking specifically to people who have the means and they just stay because they're stubborn.
Yes.
I want to make that very clear because not everyone have the means to leave. I get that. But those of you who have the means to leave,
Pack a bag and
get out because when you don't and then you get stuck, you're putting lives of other people in danger because they're trying to save your nasty behind because you should have left when you were warned. So I'm
leave.
getting off my soapbox. So create a plan. Create a plan. Stock up on essentials. All right. Essentials is having that emergency kit. What should be in your emergency kit? From my experience, 16 years of doing this, you should assemble a kit that has at least 3 to 7 day supply of food, water, medications, and other essentials. 3 to 7 days minimum. Make sure you have batteries from AAA all the way to D because you don't know what battery you're going to need at what time. Make sure there's a couple flashlights in there. More importantly, get yourself a small NOAA radio so you can listen in case your phone charger is broken. Get your phone charger. So get power banks to charge your cell phone. But if all of that dies, that NOAA radio can save your life. So make sure you have a small portable. I think they're on Amazon for like 15, $16.
Yeah. I have
And
one.
a
You
little
said they're
AAA
called
battery.
Noah,
It
Noah
was,
Radio.
yeah, just a little NOAA. Yeah,
Okay,
yep, NOAA radio. Yep, yep.
okay.
So have your evacuation plan. Have a family communication system. For instance, those of you that are in hurricane path with children, sit your kids down, especially if they're in high school and they're driving. Sit them down and say, hey, if you can't get to me and I can't get to you, this is where I need you to go. Always have a plan. Tell them where you need them to go. Tell them where, you know, what numbers to call. Just talk it out. Make sure you're communicating with family and friends, including designated meeting points. That is key. That is so important because when telecommunication goes down, that is the most heartbreaking and scariest things when you don't know where your loved one is and you don't know if they're dead or alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give all of you. Pull out your insurance policies, look them over now, immediately. Insurance companies are frauds. Sometimes they drop certain riders that are in your insurance, and you may not even know.
Wow.
You may not even know.
That's facts. Yeah.
Okay.
Check your insurance coverage.
Okay.
My wife and I, we're not in Hurricane Alley at all. But do you know what we do? Every 6 months, I'm searching for insurance. Every 6 months,
That's smart.
religiously, I search for because prices change, and I don't want to, paying, five, six, seven, eight, $1,000 when I don't have to.
Yeah.
I just did it
Good
last
plan.
week. I just did it last week. I checked. my vehicle and homeowners.
Yeah, that's
Check
smart.
your insurance policies.
And that's smart
If
to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes, even if you're not in a flood zone, get flood insurance.
If they'll sell it to
Get
you,
it.
because in Florida
Get
they
it.
Because
don't have, you know,
Florida cut it out, right?
Yeah, they
So,
they they can put it on as a rider.
as a writer.
But the yes, and the last critical point is get critical documents. You know
okay.
those little fire
Yeah,
safe, those little fire lock boxes that
yeah,
that we keep. It's a great idea to get one of those. Put your important documents, financial, medical, legal records. So if you need to evacuate, you can grab and go.
yeah. You know, I'm
That
over this
because
weekend actually.
yes, your passport, your ID, things of that nature. If you have a garage, these are things that you need to store in your garage. You need to get your window protection. Folks, you all who've been through hurricanes, you know how important it is. If you want to have less damage as possible, secure the windows. Because if those windows get blown out, the inside of your home is going to be exposed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
some simple plywood, have a, you're gonna get, well, I don't know if you're gonna get it because of the funding cuts with NOAA, but you should get warnings, and so you should have time to put your window protection up. Okay, make sure that your garage door is reinforced. Make sure this is a key point. If you're evacuating your home, make sure to always find your gas shut off valve. Try to remember, turn your gas off, because if your gas is not turned off and by some reason the wind hits the right way, then your house can go kaboom.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yes,
I
I've
never
se-
thought of that, but
I've seen
yeah.
it. I've seen it. I've seen it. All right. But more importantly, stay alert. Stay alert. Stay indoors if you can't leave. Bunker down at the lowest point in your home. The lowest point. If you
It's
don't
smart.
have a basement, see, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest. We have basements. I have a fallout shelter. We just had a tornado touch down 3 miles from my house yesterday, right
Whoa.
next to my daughter's school.
Whoa.
And when I talked to my wife, I'm like, should I go pick her up from school? And we agreed, even though we were afraid because we want our baby with us, we were like, no, because the school is the safest place for her.
Yeah. That's where
Because
everyone
the
ends
school,
up going.
yeah, the school here in the Midwest, they're 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 built with these storms in mind.
Yeah.
They're built, and so here at home we have a fallout shelter. So we have to take to the fallout shelter. Stay informed, be aware, and you should be able to make it through a hurricane.
Nutty,
I'll
thank
take questions
you
if
so
you have
much.
questions.
Thank you so much, so very much. What I'm gonna do, Nutty, is I need that list. I wrote down as much as I can as much as I could, excuse me. If you can send me that list, I want to add that to our newsletter because it is hurricane season. And we send out a newsletter every week, and people need to be aware of these things. And you've hit on a lot of key points that we are busy living life. We don't think about it. So, coming from you, you've been an expert in your field for years. It means a lot, a great deal. We have to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this quick commercial. And we want to say thank you, Nutty. We're going to bring up our next guest, which will be KK and Cece. But Nutty, you can stick around because I'm quite sure we have
Can,
more questions. Go ahead.
can I say this before I go?
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
NOAA has forecasted, they've predicted there's 60% chance of anywhere from 13 to 19 named storms this year. That's up 20% from last year. Last year was the most on record. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Last year was the most on record. This year, we're going to be 20% higher than that. They're predicting that 10 of those 13 and 19 are going to become severe hurricane, cat 3 and above.
No, Mother Nature, we sorry. We
It's
don't
Now,
Trump's
want.
fault.
this is a
Trump's
prediction, like you
fault.
all talked to earlier. This is only we hope and pray that it doesn't come to fruition because we're off to a quiet start so far.
Uh-uh.
So this is a prediction.
Let me say this, Nutty. We have been having 90-degree weather here in Texas
Since
in
May.
May.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
not
normal.
normal.
Climate change is real,
And
y'all.
normally when that happens,
We have a horrible
and
hurricane.
I can't, when I moved here, that was the first time I ever seen a hurricane. I don't want to see it again. Scared
Yeah, well,
bejesus
Clim-
out of me.
I've been through
Climate
several.
change is ladies,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Nutty.
much.
40
Thank you so
years.
much for
Thank
having me
Appreciate you,
up.
brother. Always.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so
Can't wait
much.
to
We're
have
gonna
you
bring you
back.
back. We got to bring you back. We got to
And
stay on.
we'll be politicking next time.
Yes. Well, we might do a mixture of both. Thank you
Okay.
so much, you guys. You're
All right.
listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. If I can play it. There we go. Here we go.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality. Whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed, we've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out. We'll see you soon.
And I'd like for you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational, strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We just had some really informative information on hurricane preparedness. You know, we've got to
That was I
get
really
ready.
wanted to because Nutty, he really made me think like, wow,
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready at all.
I'm not ready at all. I have
And
some of it.
I hope my husband, I see him on here. My husband's in here. Take some notes. Let's get getting these bags together because
I'm gonna put it in the newsletter so everybody can get ready because
we gotta have this stuff because
absolutely.
I believe what he said.
Yeah, 60% prediction.
These storms are up.
I mean, it was storming yesterday, you know.
It was storming, yeah, and it's all these different storms. I see T. Wiz said she's never seen this much rain and tornado warnings in the springtime in her life. So we know climate change is real. So
it is, and
we got to take accountability for us because you heard how he said, I'm glad he gave that education about FEMA. So we know it's up to the executive branch.
And the executive branch, in case you guys didn't know, the executive branch is the president. Let's go ahead and bring KK and CC up so we can start on something fun. Hello.
Hi, how are you all doing?
Good morning. Hello, ladies.
Hi,
Good morning. Let's see. Let me see if I can fix the boxes. Nope, I don't want that. There we go.
It's gonna have to stay right here.
Yes, may as well stay right here. So we have KK. KK, you might want to fix your settings. I already see what you're doing. You might want to just hit your settings and do front camera because
go to your settings and hit front camera. It'll change the way the angle of the room.
The angle. There we go. Now we can see you. All righty. So today,
I understand directions.
Today we have KK and we have a new content contributor. Her name is CC. Hey,
Yeah.
Cece.
Hi.
Hi, Cece. How are you?
Hi.
Nice to
Good.
meet
How are you?
Good.
So today, this second half, we're going to talk about something fun and not so worrisome. We're going to talk about reality TV. So, the gossip. What's tea? Because I don't watch it, but I just wait to
I
know
don't need that, so I'm
what's going
interested.
on.
What's going on?
What's going on with you guys?
Y'all don't watch any reality TV? No gossip. Y'all know some gossip though. I know y'all know.
I listen to it off of social media, but I don't watch it because I just don't.
My husband been keeping me up on Papoose and Remy Ma. Listen, my husband been keeping me up on it. And that, if you knew him, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious. The fact that I'm not even gonna get it. I'm not even touching Papoose and Remy Ma because what? And are they still married?
They're not. Well, I don't know.
No, they're
Married,
going
but
through a
he's
divorce.
with
But Remy Ma is the person who messed up. She messed up.
I don't know this tea, so y'all will have to fill me
Remy
in.
Ma messed up.
I don't know.
She brought another relationship into their marriage. She got caught with a man in her marriage, and
it's tough.
Papoose waited for her. Now remember, she was locked up for years, over 10 years.
Well,
he waited for her.
He waited for her.
He didn't wait for her, and now, okay, I get it. He waited.
No, he waited for her because when she got out. Now, whether he had something going on while she was in there, but he still waited for her. When she got out, he had everything ready for that lady.
Yeah, he was ready for her when she got out.
He wrote a lot of her music. Now I like Remy Ma. She a dope rapper. She got lyrics, bars. I love her. But he wrote a lot of her music. He got her career going. She did him dirty. I just gotta say
it sounds like she did. I don't know.
She did him dirt. She did him dirt ball bad. And,
allegedly TikTok.
Allegedly, and he decided to move on with the boxer.
What's her name again? I can't remember her name.
She's a boxer.
She's a boxer.
Remy.
And she the number one.
Stand down, Remy. You can't fight.
Stand down, Remy.
Because it sounds like she will take you through it.
There's a movie out based on her story.
Really?
Fire. The Fire Inside, I think it's called.
Oh wow.
The girl is like one of the top MFC fighters, but Remy, just go ahead, go to the corner. Just forget it. Let it go.
Oh, let it
go. There was no love after lockup for them.
Clearly not.
There was for a little while, but.
See, I learned all this tea from my husband. So when he told me that the girl was a boxer, and then I saw her, and then I said, "Oh, yeah."
Yes, she doesn't want.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Yes.
So what about what's going on with who's on this season? I don't even know who's on right now.
Well, this is like the refresh season that they took forever to do, and I feel like it's been kind of a boring season.
On Atlanta
on Atlanta.
Oh, so Atlanta is back. Huh?
Yes.
Ooh, so what's going on with them? Who all?
And Phaedra just came back.
Phaedra.
First.
I saw a promo of Phaedra. That girl is a baddie. Okay,
I haven't even seen it.
She looked good. Phaedra looked good.
The one with the red dress on,
and she had the gray hair.
Yeah,
good.
And it's like the heart cutout of the
yeah.
That's a good confessional look. Very original.
Let me look and see.
And Phaedra gotta be what, in her 50s maybe?
No, Phaedra's probably in her
40s.
40s. Okay.
She's in her late 40s.
Yeah. She looked great.
Yeah. Did what's the girl's name? Portia, did her husband get out of ICE yet?
Not yet.
He's still in ICE detention. I don't think he's gonna get out. They're probably gonna send him back to Nigeria.
Yeah, he'll be going back to Nigeria.
Ain't he like a prince, a millionaire?
No, he's not a prince.
Okay.
He has some money, but he's not a prince.
He got money though.
But it's some ill-gotten money where he, I guess, was like scamming people. So
allegedly.
I'm surprised ICE is holding him this long and haven't deported him yet, because they seem like they're just deporting people like right away.
Unless they're gonna bring charges up. I mean, why else would they hold him?
Well, there is an order with the courts that they have to start giving these people due process. So it might be something tackled in with the courts where they can't just send people off right now. You know, but I mean, we know they break laws anyway, but you know.
Yeah.
What's the law?
I mean, like they care. So that was okay. So, and Kenya's not back because she did some stupid.
She's not back. She's not coming back. I don't know if she's
What's up with Kenya? Now I like her.
I don't know if she can be redeemed. I mean, I didn't think Phaedra could come back, and she's back.
So what Kenya do, y'all? Did she threaten the girl?
No,
well,
she did something really.
Pictures of her in some
compromising positions.
She did revenge porn. Oh.
Yes.
Essentially, but it gets a little more complicated because Britt said that in those pictures she was underage, so that throws it like
she could be facing some charges.
Yeah, you can face charges. That's child.
Yes, so it makes it like it adds a whole different like level to what she. I just didn't understand why she did that because
especially at her salon opening.
Yeah, you know, she was talking about her daughter and you know, and female empowerment. Huh?
And then that's what she does.
I know it just.
But if y'all remember the old Phaedra, she petty, and she's a whole
Kenya. This was Kenya.
Not Phaedra. Kenya. Yeah. No, Kenya petty. Now that's why my mind was on Kenya. She, you know, the twirl lady, right?
She twirled herself right on out of there.
Exactly. She's a really dramatic drama. She loved that attention. She loved the drama.
Oh, Phaedra looks good.
Yeah, she was snatched on that one. She was a baddie. She was a baddie.
And her hair?
It looked gorgeous.
And her makeup is gorgeous. Okay.
Got all the facial expressions though.
Kenya went and had these pictures blown up at like Kinko's or wherever. And along the way, nobody said, hey girl, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Well, she ain't got no real friends. She ain't got no real friends.
Started, they told her she was taking it too far. And she told them, no, sit down. I got this.
So Bravo, is it Bravo they still come on? Is that who kicked her off the show?
Or? Yeah, Bravo fired her.
Good.
She had lost her job.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Kenya, Phaedra. What's going on with Cynthia? What does she have going on besides selling collagen on TikTok?
You know, I'm not on TikTok. I didn't know she was doing that. Look, she's getting some real life collagen from her younger boyfriend. Okay,
she's selling collagen and she's selling those pills.
Wait a minute. So Cynthia
for the joints. For your joints.
He's back as a friend of the cast. She's not
amazing. They say he's just a friend.
Okay, that was Peter's. Okay, she just said forget it, huh? She gonna just.
Oh yeah, Peter's gone.
He's in prison.
I was gonna say I think he's facing some time. Did they sentence him yet?
What did he do?
Yeah, he's serving time for tax evasion.
Oh, I mean, why is he in prison? The president ain't.
So
there's a difference.
Maybe he should have run. Maybe that would have kept him out.
Yeah,
complexion for the protection. Is that what it is?
Who is Nebe? So we got some audience participation. She says Phaedra and Nebe are the only ones I like.
Oh, Nene.
Who is that? Nene
Leaks. Yeah.
Nene Leaks.
Is she back?
She's not.
No.
Said I ain't studying y'all.
I don't know if she'll be back. Her and Andy Cohen fell out. So I don't know if
Nene, if you're listening, come on the show. If you're listening, Nene Leaks, come on the show, girl. Let's talk about it.
She's doing her own YouTube show right now.
Girl, come on.
YouTube show. She does.
Okay, Mimi.
She looks so much different too from.
She do. That I was gonna. KK, I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm like, hold on, Nene, you did too much, sis. You did too much.
Love the skin you're in. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing whatever, but you know, come on now.
But she was a nice looking lady anyway. So I didn't know why she went to the extreme, but she did an extreme.
You know, some people when they get older, they feel like I gotta do this so I can keep it with the young girls. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Because y'all know I love saying
good.
I'm 55, baby.
No, that's right. Gracefully.
Gracefully. Facts. All right, so we did Cynthia, Nene, Phaedra.
Candy
Um,
on?
Yeah,
Candy's not on this
She's
season.
not on there
what is
this
Candy
season.
doing? Making music?
Everything, some of everything.
Broadway.
Broadway music.
Music.
She's on The Shy still. She has a recurring role on there. I saw her on something else. I can't think, but she's doing a lot of acting.
I'm happy for Candy. Candy has always had hands in a lot of things.
Candy always had it bad.
She's gonna make
back
that
in
bad.
Her daughter is on a show that just premiered yesterday. Next Gen
is she?
NYC on Bravo. Yeah.
So that's
Riley.
Riley, yes. So there's a bunch of kids from like the other housewives, like Teresa Giudice's daughter, Kim Zolciak's daughter.
I heard Kim Zolciak's daughter. They stole her money?
Yes. I haven't watched the episode yet, but she comes out and she says that, at 14 she had like a brand deal. Like and she made money all this time and they kept it. They didn't give her any sort of accounting.
This is Kim's oldest daughter?
The younger daughter, Ariana, I think is her name.
Okay.
Who kept the money?
I guess Troy, or no, not Troy, Croy and
her mom.
Yeah, because Kim's got like that gambling problem, allegedly.
Where is the money, LaShandra? That's the
Kim used to get on my doggone nerves.
Oh, I can't stand it.
She was crazy.
Yeah, her and what was the first guy she was dating? He was married, Big Papa.
Big Papa.
Yeah. Nene used to tell her, keep your legs closed to marry men.
Facts.
Who was that? Nene? Nene used to get in that butt.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So, I mean, I think that is it. Oh, Marlo. I don't really like Marlo.
No, she's gone.
Yeah, she didn't make it long.
She rubs me the wrong way.
There's something very disingenuous about her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't stand someone, just be yourself.
Sneaky.
It's like 1 minute you want to act like
sneaky.
Nene, the next minute you want to act like Cynthia, then you want to act like Kenya. Who are you, lady? Pick one.
Remember when her and Kenya got into it?
Yes, girl. Who didn't Kenya get into it?
That was a drama queen filled episode, baby.
Kenya has gotten into it with everyone.
With everybody.
Remember when Portia, I think she punched her at the reunion one time.
She should have.
She did.
What did she have? She kept putting it in Portia's face. It wasn't a fan.
She had like a megaphone.
Yes.
Okay, it was a megaphone. Okay, I was gonna say
I would have took it and no, I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
Yes, you would have.
Portia was fighting everybody though, because she fought. Who did she kick in the stomach? Was it Cynthia?
Yes.
Who, Marla?
Portia fought everybody. She's a fighter.
All my life.
Cynthia and Portia. That's right. I forgot about
all my life I had to remember Portia when she first came on. She the Underground Railroad. I thought it was the real. Where does Dean back come from?
I know they sit back and look at their text and say, "I've come a long way." Because
I've come a long way.
She didn't know how pregnant she was, or how long you carry a baby.
I know, and she was like, "I'm going to give birth at 15 weeks."
Really? Okay. All right.
They play stupid very well because they're not.
Is it a play though? Is it? Because I wouldn't personally get on. You can't get me on a reality TV.
I mean, I know they gotta stretch it out a little bit,
Yeah,
but is it really? Because I think it's a little dinginess up in there too.
For Phaedra to be a lawyer and this all of her other businesses and not know how far along she's pregnant.
What that was her mother. She had told her mother
very Southern,
and she didn't want her mom to know that she was pregnant before she got married. Or me personally, I was looking to see if Apollo was going to ask for a DNA test, because how you don't know when you got pregnant? That's what I would have did.
I would just like to point out that for you two that don't watch reality shows, y'all are up on it, okay?
These are old.
I'm talking about old episodes.
I know.
I know, but you've got a good baseline for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can probably come back into the storyline because I know some of the characters from
it
previously
didn't change.
watching.
It didn't change. None of them are
No.
housewives.
None.
None of them
Nobody
are housewives. They just up. You don't have to be a housewife. What? None of them are housewives, and there's a bunch of drama. Everybody doesn't like each other. Then they pile on one person. It's nothing new. I do have one question. Where is she by Sheree? Where's she at?
She's still trying to get her line out.
Sheree. I forgot about Sheree.
She's still trying to get her line out, okay?
Miss Morningstar, how hard is it to start your own boutique? Because she's still trying to get her line out.
I don't know.
And
I mean, Candy got
5
one.
years?
Candy got she got a boutique in Houston. She in the Galleria.
Candy does? I didn't. What's the name of it?
Oh man.
Is it Candy or is it the one girl? Frost?
It's Candy.
Frost. Oh, it is Candy?
No, wait a minute, hold on. It ain't Candy. It's
Kirk Frost. Do they
what's
still
her
have it
name?
here?
Yeah. Last I checked, it was Rashida. It's Rashida.
Is she pregnant?
I don't think so.
Now Rashida better not be. Now
I heard something.
Don't start rumors, Kath.
I don't know.
Because Rashida is she's seasoned, okay?
Yeah.
She's very seasoned. Around the same age.
Now Kirk may have somebody pregnant.
Yeah, because we know how Kirk do. We know Kirk. That's my man. That's how she
Girl,
feels.
if he would be my man, all right.
And I must say, we should let's keep Dwight in our prayers because y'all heard he has cancer. I don't know what stage, but prostate cancer.
Dwight
off of Housewives of Atlanta. Remember Dwight? He was the one that
he was
when
He's the one
Phaedra
that said how dreadful a fashion show without fashion.
Yeah.
He's the
Yes.
fashionista. Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I'm
He did Phaedra's baby shower from that baby.
Yes.
He introduced the baby.
Oh, okay. The one that would dress really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. That's not good.
Dress
That's
very what is it, dandy?
I've never heard that before.
I don't know.
Is it dandy? That's what the theme was for the Met Gala this year.
It was
Dandy.
Dandy. Yeah.
Yeah, dandy. Yeah. And he always dressed really different, but I liked it.
Yeah,
It was very different.
Yeah, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this, and I know we getting close to wrapping up this off. Did anybody know what did Cassie have?
A boy.
A boy.
She had a boy. Good.
Oh,
She got
good.
them 2 girls. Now she had a boy. Okay.
They said he looks just like Diddy. I'm just.
Oh, KK.
Oh, yeah.
She almost took me out with that one.
I'm about to drop her off the stage.
She almost took me out with that one. The devil is a lie.
You know what? Put your mic on mute. That was
Okay.
horrible.
I'll be back, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want to.
We are so sorry, WKRA listeners, but I know you guys laugh like we did.
I know y'all laughed at that one because that is very laughable. Because
Yes, it is.
I am happy for
Miss Cassie is never going back.
Congratulations, because I know they wanted a boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they didn't have to deal with, the craziness. He's going to be a strong young man.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
know
be-
that much because he sat there while his mother was going through
Yes.
with Diddy. Diddy, you in trouble, girl.
You ain't getting out.
You ain't getting
No. Oh no.
And then next time y'all come back, we need to talk about Diddy's mama. Allegedly, Miss Janice. Allegedly. Don't come after me. Don't come after me. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, KK. Thank you, CC, for joining us. I know it was short today. We'll bring you back if you guys are free tomorrow, because we got a little space tomorrow. You can come back for round 2 because I do want to pick back up.
Yes, because we didn't go over Basketball Wives or.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do
Now,
five-
yeah, y'all
There's
would
lots
have
of
to-
beef there too.
I'm far behind on that
Yeah.
one. I'm talking about far behind. Like, what's the one basketball player's wife that's crazy? What's her name?
You have to be more
Yeah.
specific.
Jackie.
Thank you guys so much. You guys said that you'll come back tomorrow, so we will see you guys tomorrow morning on WKRA 92.7. Thank you so much, KKCC, for joining us. Thank you,
You're
Nettie.
welcome. Thanks
Have a
for
good
joining.
morning, y'all.
We
Bye.
will see you guys
Bye.
in the morning. Hey, WKRA, make it a beautiful day. Don't let anyone steal
Right.
your joy. Get you some sun,
That's
drink
right.
you some water, and love yourself. See you
That's
guys
right.
in the morning. Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
Bye.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.